What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mom's Dinner. My name is Susie Weinrich. Here, we are helping you feel successful at dinner time. So if that sounds good to you, we would love to have you smash that subscribe button. I have kids, and when I say, what do you want for dinner? Mac and cheese. It's late night and you're still hungry. What do you want to eat? Mac and cheese. Summer lunch. What do you want for lunch? Mac and cheese, okay? I feel like some kids live on mac and cheese. So I'm gonna share with you today how to make such a simple one skillet mac and cheese. All you need is a skillet with a lid. Grab a skillet with a lid. We're not gonna be draining pasta. We're not gonna be making separate sauces and mixing it all together. It's gonna be all made in one skillet. So stick around today. We're making a really simple one skillet homemade mac and cheese. All right, to get started, you're gonna place that skillet over about medium-high heat, and you're gonna add 3 cups of water. This is gonna be your pasta cooking liquid. You're gonna wanna season that with 1 teaspoon of kosher salt. Don't over-season the water at this point because you're not gonna drain that water off. Now, while that pot comes to a nice hard simmer, you're gonna measure out some of your ingredients. You need 2.5 cups of elbow macaroni, 1/2 cup of 2% or whole milk, and then we're gonna go in with the cheese. You need a Velveeta or a cheese melt, or sometimes it's called loaf-style American cheese. I like to cube this up so it's in 1-inch cubes because that way it will melt a little bit easier when you add it to the macaroni. Then measure out 1 tablespoon of salted butter. Our water's come to a nice hard simmer, so we're gonna go ahead and add that macaroni, give it a stir around the pan. Once it comes to a boil, you're gonna wanna add the lid back to the pan, turn it to low, and set a timer for 10 minutes. While it's simmering, if it's kind of boiling over, you can kind of burp the pan by lifting the lid a little bit, and it should be good to go. Once that 10 minutes is up, take that lid off and turn the heat back up to medium and give the macaroni a nice stir. You'll notice there's still a little bit of water in the pan. That's totally fine. That's starchy cooking water, so it's gonna mix into the macaroni and be perfect. Add that 1/2 cup of whole or 2% milk, that 1 tablespoon of butter, and now it's time to add in that cheese. It's gonna melt down into this so perfectly. So add that 8 ounces of cubed cheese right into the pan. And then I like to season this up with just a 1/4 teaspoon of Lowry seasoned salt. It's not gonna change the flavor of your mac and cheese. It's just gonna add kind of a depth of saltiness to the whole skillet. So now you're gonna stir this over medium heat until all of the cheese starts to melt down in. All right, our mac and cheese is all ready. So I'm just gonna take it off the heat here. I'm gonna let it cool for a little bit and just let it come together. Then I'm gonna give it a taste and make sure that it's seasoned just how I want. So of course, if you want it a little bit cheesier, add a little more cheese, melt it in there. If it gets a little bit too thick, add a little bit of milk. It's such a simple recipe. So for my family tonight, I'm actually gonna serve this as a side dish to our chicken meatballs. I have a wonderful recipe that is just, it's a crowd pleaser. I call them chicken meatballs for kids and toddlers because there's no onions or green stuff, but they're definitely flavorful enough for adults too. So we're gonna serve those on the side. We're gonna have these and then just have a veggie for our dinner. So I really hope that you give this homemade mac and cheese a try in your kitchen, and if you do, connect with me in the comments below. Let me know how your family liked it, and let me know how it turned out for you. So until next time, I hope that this recipe helps you feel like a success at dinner time, and join me next Tuesday for another dinner recipe. We'll see you then.